everyone and welcome to this tutorial. You may or may not know that May is Ehlers-Danlos awareness syndrome. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, hypermobility type. There are just a few different types. I'll leave a link with some information down below. The symbol of a zebra has been adopted because doctors are often taught to, when they hear the sound of hoof prints, think of horses, not zebras. Now what that means is that when someone comes to you, you as a doctor would think about the most common conditions that would cause those symptoms, and you don't necessarily look past that into the rarer things because obviously they're rarer. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is very underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed, and that was the case for me for a long time. So a lot of people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a zebra sort of epitomises their condition. They often refer to each other and themselves as zebras, medical zebras, as in kind of the rarer people. And one of my closest friends makes jewellery. She has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, as well as dysautonomia, I think I said that right, POTS, and a few other conditions, all related to the EDS. And she made this necklace here, as well as a bracelet that matches. So for Ehlers-Danlos Awareness Month, I'm going to be wearing either this, the bracelet, or both of them every day. So because it's got this beautiful rose there, I don't really wear red that often, so I wanted to be able to bring red into my wardrobe a little bit, and I thought the best way to do that was with a bold red lip. So this is my first look, so I thought I would recreate it for you. So I hope you like it and let me know what you think. So I'm going to start off priming my eyelids but also my under eyes with the Benefit Stay Don't Stray primer in light to medium. I put this on first so that it has time to set before putting my eyeshadow on. Now I'm going to go in with my NARS tinted moisturiser, and this is in Finland. Just got tinted moisturiser on myself and on the bed, so really hoping that Dan doesn't notice. Now I'm going to go in with my NARS creamy concealer, and this is in light vanilla. That under the eyes, but do a V shape to sort of blend into the moisturiser a little better. I'm going to set that with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder in number 1. I like to do this after each eye, so straight after I've concealed. I've had a few breakouts recently, and it's not something that I generally have a problem with, but I have over the last week or so. So I've gone ahead and concealed those with the same concealer, and now I am going to show you what I do for the eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going to take Verve from the Naked 2 palette. I'm going to put that all over the lid. This is one of my favourite Urban Decay shadows. And I just used a MAC 239 brush for that. Then I'm going to take a MAC, this one's rolled off, 217 brush. I'm going to use Pistol, which is the shade next to Verve. I'm going to put that into my crease. Because my eyes are slightly hooded, I'll go a little bit higher onto the brow bone. Still going to show you some definition, and I've mentioned the eye, and then just I don't know whether you noticed how I was holding the brush when I applied the shadow, but what I try and do is to start this angle, and then it gives the most contact with the lid here, but then when you get to here, you're using just the edge rather than the width, if that made sense. So I find that's a good way to hold the brush, to just do windscreen wiper motion. And then because I really love the 217 brush, I have two of them as well as the 239 brush. I'm going to take a clean 217 brush, and I am going to use Foxy, and I'm going to take this onto my brow bone. And this also just can be used to soften the crease colour and help it blend in. I like to take that up here as well to give a little more definition for when we do the liner. So my liquid liner of choice is the L'Oreal Super Liner Black Lacquer. I picked this up because Makeup by Tiffany D recommended it, and I wanted to get a liquid liner to try it out, but was too scared, didn't know what to do, there was too many. It's the third liquid liner I've ever used, and I really love it and would go to anything else. So what I do is I start sort of in the middle of the lid, just use small strokes to the inner corner. And then I go to the outer section. I don't go all the way to the edge because of the shape of my eyes, and then I will just go to the edge of my lid and connect that to the edge of the liner, and then I'll fill in between there and I'm now going to take my L'Oreal Blush Teal palette in number 1 Rose Flush while my eyeliner is drying. I'm going to use the contour shade first. I'm going to use that on a MAC 168 brush. Eye brush, get some of that powder and take it onto my nose to contour. Next I'm going to go into the blush shade of the palette with the same brush that I've just used, and that will just tie the contour and the blush together. And then I'm going to use the highlight shade once again on that same brush, just on the top of the cheekbones, on the top of the nose, very tip of the nose. So I'm now going to take my number 7 eyelash curlers along with my Dior Show Iconic mascara. I normally do 2 coats on my top lashes and 1 on the bottom. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques blush brush and the middle shade of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, which is Incandescent Light. I used to use dim light to do this. It's just to kind of set the face but give it a glow, and it looked like it tanned me, and now I know why. When I got it, I was told it was the one that was recommended because it was the one that everyone loved. When I got it, it was the Hourglass consultant that recommended it to me. She said it was the one that everyone was talking about, the one that everyone loved, but I don't think she was right, to be honest. I like to do that for my brows because otherwise it can disturb the one you've already done. So now I'm going to do brows. I'm going to take this small brush from Another Stories and my NARS Precision Eye Sculptor in Colour Marker. Then going to take my rather dirty MUA clear mascara just to set my brows in place. lashes. So now I've got 2 more things to do. One of those is the lips, so I'm going to use my number 7 lip liner, and this is in number 15 Fire. And along with that, my number 7 lipstick in Cherry, which is number 8. Now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay setting spray to finish the whole look off. So thank you very much for watching. Do let me know what you think of this look. Have you got anything that you do differently? What do you do with a bright red lip? Or do you like to wear a brighter eye and a nude lip? Tell me your favourite combinations in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak